Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something. In the old fort.
It's you. I knew you made it out of Helgen alive. That dragon... Technically, no. I didn't escape from Helgen because I never went there. You see, I have been searching around Skyrim for you. Just when I was ready to give up and return for Cyrodiil, here you are. Do you truly not remember me? Okay. I suppose it's only fair that I tell you why I was finding you. Now, I need you to stay calm while you listen to me. You being captured at Darkwater Crossing and sent to Helgen for execution, it was my doing. Thank you for your calmness. I was ordered by my hire, a woman who goes by the alias The Mistress, to lure a specific person to Darkwater Crossing, then capture them. I did not know why, but orders were orders. I had to uphold my honor. Now you know how you got to Helgen in the first place. But the how doesn't matter. It's the why that interests me. You were nothing worthy of her notice. No offense meant. What is it in you that she's interested in? Why did she want you dead? Which is why I'm going to join your journey and find that out. We're as good as searching in the dark, but with me, the one who fulfilled her plan, you'll be off to a good start. Because I'm certain she will attempt to kill you again, and I don't intend that to happen. Not until I know why. No, I will never disobey any order from my hire. My honor does not permit it. I fulfilled her order by capturing you and sending you to Helgen. She mentioned nothing about needing you to die. So, your survival does not collide with my honor. And personally, I'm interested in the person whom she wanted dead, if that makes you feel better. Why should I? I nearly sent you to your grave once. It is you who should be afraid of me. Don't be absurd. You know you'll need me. Among the people you have possibly met, no one knows the Mistress better than I do. Just say the word when you're ready to travel with me.
Still here. I am at your command. I'll head back home if you need me.
dangerously low. Our stores of meat, wine, and grain are all but depleted.
Purchase more supplies, then. That's your job as steward, isn't it? Why do you trouble me with these details?
My lord, since Ulfric's Stormcloak's uprising, the cost of goods has doubled. I'll need more coin if I'm to provision us properly.
Balrog, did you slip out again last night for a drink at the Bannered Mare?
Divines bless you. May the ground you walk quake as you pass. I'll be glad to... And of course, now, what would you like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase?
Talking to my people.
That protect me every moment of the day.
It seems this damnable conflict has claimed everyone's passions of late.
Me? I prefer my books and my spells.
We sent half our guards to aid the legions, just for a few days, it could tip the scales in the Empire's favor. The companions can help protect the city, and the Emperor will be in our debt.
Have you lost all sense? We're short on guards as it is. If we lose half our men, the Dark Brotherhood and Thieves Guild will have the run. Stormcloaks will be the least of our worries. The answer is no, I tell you. Stop pestering me with your warmongering.
I know if you've got the appetite.
That's close enough.
I'm getting out of here.
May the gods
If you're looking for passage to Soltsheim, too bad. I'm not going back there anymore. Sure. Yeah, that's me. Why? Who sent you? Now, hold on. That wasn't my fault. I didn't know they were going to attack anybody. I don't even know how I got here. It's hard to explain. I remember those people with the masks coming on board. Then, the next thing I remember, I was here, and they were gone. And that's not right, losing whole days like that. There's been something strange going on there for a while. But after this, I'm done. I'm not going back to Soltsheim. Have you been listening to me? I'm not going back there. Well, a man's got to make a living after all. Fine. We'll cast off immediately. Well, here we are. This is Raven Rock. Can't say I'm all that glad to see it again. Good luck. Maybe you can figure out what's going on around here.
I don't recognize you. So I'll assume this is your first visit to Raven Rock, Outlander. State your intentions. That's the kind of attitude that's going to land you in prison. But I'll let it go for now. Just remember, Raven Rock is sovereign territory of House Redoran. This is Morrowind, not Skyrim. While you're here, you will be expected to abide by our laws. Any questions? I have to be. As second counselor, the security of Raven Rock is my primary concern. This isn't exactly the city of Blacklight. We're on the frontier out here. We've had more than a fair share of troubles. After all we've been through together, I refuse to let Councillor Morvain down. Councillor Morvain is House Redoran's representative on Soltsheim. As second councillor, it's my job to support him and make certain his rule is enforced. Your ignorance of our homeland doesn't surprise me. It's the capital of Morrowind. Been that way ever since Mournhold was sacked by the Argonians. I don't visit there often anymore, but we still get the occasional supply ship and visitors from there. Quite a while ago, yes. They cut a bloody swath across most of the southern region of Morrowind. Nobody seems certain why it happened. An attempted expansion? Revenge for the enslavement of their people? Or perhaps both? Whatever the case may be, thousands of Dunmen needlessly lost their lives, and many more were exiled from their homeland. Raven Rock started out as an Imperial settlement, but the Empire decided to abandon it just as my people were first setting foot here. They left the town a shambles, but when House Redoran took over, we turned it around and it became ours. And even if it's been a struggle to make this island livable, we're proud to call it home. I'm unsure. I swear I know the name, but I cannot place it. I don't think so. I'm not... The name has something to do with the Earthstone, I think. But I'm not sure what. Geoland. Just starting to wonder what happened.
We were delayed by bad weather. Were you even asked?
Looking for any potions, ingredients, alchemical supplies?
Want to buy anything?
If you're looking for any exotic ingredients, just ask. I think I can teach you a thing or two. Yes, I'm proud to say that I grow I only wish I had a better source for netch jelly. Those creatures are difficult to track down since it's so... That would be splendid. I'd be more than happy to give you something for the effort. I don't think so. Though it sounds like a name I've heard before. I hear that name, and I see a temple here on Soltsheim. What does that mean? Here in his shrine.
That's inadvisable. Fascinating. By touching the so you are able to resist the effect by exerting your will. Fascinating. I would not advise touching the stone again. The effects of repeated contact could be... You there. You don't seem to be in quite the same state as the others here. Very interesting. May I ask what it is you're doing here? Mirak. It sounds familiar, and yet I can't quite place... Oh, wait, I recall. But that makes very little sense. Mirak's been dead for thousands of years. I'm not sure, but it is fascinating, isn't it? Perhaps it has some relation to what's going on here. Quite unexpected. I'm afraid I can't give you any answers, but there are ruins of an ancient temple of Mirax toward the center of the island. If I were you, I'd look there. Building something, clearly, and yet they don't seem to have much to say about it. I'm very interested to find out what happens when they finish. Certainly not. Doing so would interfere with whatever is going on, and I would be unable to see how this all turns out. It's the homeland of the Dunmer. The lesser races call us Dark Elves. We built great works there, like Vivek and Aldrul. Many of them are destroyed now, either by Red Mountain or the Argonian invasion. I wonder if a dragon could be captured alive.
That world will cease there.
You haven't seen Cresius Corellius, have you? That foolish old man's taken my pickaxe again. No. They don't exactly grow on trees, you know. I prefer to handle these things up. Look, if you see Precious, tell him to give me that pickaxe back, and I'll pay you for the trouble.
There are few structures in Tamriel.
No, wait. Maybe. I don't know how I know that name. I'm not sure. I don't want to talk about this. It's the only tool tough enough to crack Stalrim, is what it is. Not many of those beauties. The one Precious borrowed came from the Skull village up north. I traded them some goods for it. Calling Stalrim ore is like calling my forge a campfire. Some folks say it's enchanted ice, but I think there's more to it than that. I don't think I've come across more than a chunk or two in my lifetime, and smithing's my trade. If you're looking to learn more, you should head over to the Skull village. Someone there's bound to know more about it than I do.
You tell Precious he better give that pickaxe back to me. Else.
Not much contact with others around here. Got the Skull village too. North. But the Nords there keep to themselves.
Welcome to Raven Rock, traveler. Could I interest you in any fine ash-grown foods?
Damn it, woman. I said to leave me be.
Precious, last time you explored
Who
the
in the
mine, you
blazes
almost
are
fell to
you?
your death.
Can't you see
I'm
I'm
not
busy?
spending the rest of my days as a widow.
Why should I tell you? I don't even know who you are. Maybe. But mark my words. These mines hold a secret that could put Raven Rock back on the map. A secret the East Empire Company swept under the rug 2 centuries ago. It killed my great-grandfather and left Raven Rock with a worthless and tainted mine. Gratian Kyrelius. He spent his entire life exploring ancient ruins across Tamriel, and he died in these very mines almost 200 years ago. The East Empire Company called it a terrible accident, claiming that he was lost in a rockfall, but I know better. My wife and I were cleaning out our home, and we came across some of my great-grandfather's things locked in an old chest. I found an unsent letter he'd written to the East Empire Company, and a key. It describes a discovery that was made in the mine by some of the diggers. They wanted Gratian to take a closer look. The East Empire Company must have felt it was of great value, as they locked that section of the mine off from everyone else. It is. Well, I assume it is. I haven't been able to find the entrance. Now you're starting to sound like everyone else. I'm telling you, there's something big down there. Look, my wife nags that I'm too old to go trade. Time's my enemy. It's caught up with me before I could find the answers that I'm looking for. I do. I want to know what happened to Gratian. Gretchen kept a journal of notes about his discoveries. If you can find his remains, I'm hoping it will help. Here's everything I have. The letter, the key. Please, do this for me. The damn fool doesn't even deserve to have it. The pickaxe was made for mining, not selling. I'll bet he stole it from the Skald in the first place. Oh, very well. Here. Tell him I hope he drops the thing on his foot. She thinks that old age has addled my mind, that I'm seeing things when there's not. I realize she cares about me, but then I'll settle down peacefully, and I've been waiting for this. I just hope both of you don't mistake my enthusiasm
Why you're
for
leading
insanity.
Cretius on, I'll never
Be careful
understand.
down there. Mine can be treacherous.
Oh, hello. You looking for a handout or something?
Find my pick. So, tell you what, since you went through all the trouble of finding, I just wanted to remind that, now that you... Besides, that pickaxe hasn't done me any good in years. Maybe you can put it to good use.
Can't get blood from
My father and mother are the richest on the island. That includes Councilor
That
Morgan.
isn't my problem. I was clear when I loaned Garwin the money that I wanted it back by first harvest.
I work for Mokul. You got a problem, you talk to him.
Looking for any potions? Ingredients? If you're looking for any exotic ingredients. So you're interested in my potions and ingredients? Careful with those niches.
Seriously.
Why you're leading Cretius on, I'll never understand. I'll gladly share my knowledge with you. Be careful out there.
Let's bring the fight to the wicked. Let's move on then.
For the Empire!
your downfall.
So it ends.
What is your plan? Is the talking done? Fall beneath me. For Cyrodiil. Fall beneath me. For Cyrodiil. What do you wish of me? Goodbye. Speak your mind. The world awaits. What do you wish of me?
Let's get to our next target. was unnecessary.
You can enchant items, can't you? Why no one has ever thought about enchanting a mannequin to make it mobile. They'd be good for freedom if it is without honor? What is your plan? Let's move on then.
Just die.
That's it!
We've finished another battle. Skyrim is colder than I've imagined. Even a regular day here is colder than Coral's winter. For Cyrodiil! For House Salvian! Curses be on you!
Not in
Can I help you?
You're back. Please, tell me what you found. Let me see that. Huh, I knew it. Gratian's death wasn't because of a rockfall. It was just a story to keep people away from the tombs. Now that I have his journal in hand, I can get some closure from the East Empire Company. Make them pay for lying to everyone. Thank you. Now, I believe I owe you a little more than a debt of gratitude for all that work you did. Here, it's not much, but it's the best an old retired miner can do. I recognize the name, but I don't know how I know it. It sounds so familiar. It's so strange. I feel like it's from a dream. Something about the Earthstone and a shrine. That's it. That's all I can think of. Those cowards left decades ago. Every single damned one of them. The moment the ebony mine dried up, they pulled up stakes. Ridiculous. Soltsheim is still rich in ebony ore. I know there's more down there. I can smell it. I come from 3 generations of miners, and I'm telling you that the East Empire Company was wrong. They just didn't want to spend the coin trying to find it. Our home has stood in Raven Rock since the colony was founded. Grayson helped build it with his own 2 hands. After Grayson died, he left behind a wife and a son. Relicus lived there for quite a long time, working in the other sections of the mine until he was slain by reavers. I never knew my father. My mother and I always lived alone. I asked her about him many times, but she seemed angry and refused to speak about him. So eventually, I let it go. When I was old enough, I began working in the mine, hoping to make my fortune and eventually move to the Imperial City. Unfortunately, yes. I only had enough coins saved to send one of us back to the Imperial City. So I sent my mother alone. I wanted her to see her homeland before she died. Until I met my darling Aphia, yes. I suppose you could have called me a bitter old hermit. Now I'm just old. Mark?
Allow me to apologize for Cretius's behavior. I'm afraid he hasn't been himself lately. Don't be put off by my... I think so, but from where? I can't recall. It's difficult. Something about it doesn't feel right. A temple here on the island. That's all I can recall. To understand how we met one another, you have to appreciate what he's going through. Cretius is a 3rd-generation miner. All his life, he's lived and breathed nothing else.
Beautiful place.
By the time Cretius came of age, the ebony mine in Raven Rock was shut down. He took that quite hard. Our home has been in his family for over 200 years. Leaving would have been like abandoning precious memories. Instead, he stayed on Soltsheim and spent most of his life prospecting for a new ebony source. Sadly, it never surfaced. A decade ago, this drove him into a deep depression. He shut himself inside his home and refused to come out. It was after refusing to allow anyone to bring him food, Counselor Morvain ordered his door to be knocked down before Cretius starved to death. I was a temple priest at the time, and they had me use my healing arts to restore strength to his ailing body. I stayed for a while and cared for him, then I suppose we fell in love. Far from it. In fact, I'm no longer welcome there. In all honesty, it came down to a disagreement between what I believe and what Elder Othraloth believes. I'd prefer not to get into the details, but let's just say our opinions about the current status of the Tribunal vary widely. Be careful out there.